Don't mind my messy garage. I kind of go in spurts of having it all cleaned up, and then, you know, stuff happens. Yeah, don't mind the mess. All right, so this video is gonna be a little more casual. I'm just kind of running through some stuff that I have. It's been sitting in my office for a while, so I figured I'd put it in the garage, show you guys kind of what's going on with the build. Also, there might be some more parts added to the build, so just stay tuned. Hey guys, Shelby Padgett here with the 2018 KTM 150sx. And if you've been following along, we're doing a build this year. It's gonna be kind of fun to see different parts go on the bike, watch it kind of transform over time instead of all at once. And appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. If you've been following along so far, you've noticed that I got to install the Electron carburetor, which is pretty cool. They have a patented metering technology or metering rod technology that really livens up the bike, makes everything a little smoother in all sorts of different conditions and elevation and humidity. And if you watch my review, you can kind of get my idea on how that improved the bike overall. For today, I've been getting made fun of for years now. I think I've been rocking this one part for probably 10 years strong. So for you guys that follow me on Instagram, see my stuff on YouTube, whatever it may be, you've probably seen the famous blue milk crate stand. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and open up a box that just came in today. And I think someone had some pity on me in rocking this thing for too long. So let's go ahead and check it out. It's pretty funny over all the years. You know, my dad and I, we used to put the bike on milk crate stands like this when I was racing and growing up. And I guess it just kind of stuck because they never broke and they made it to the track. So this one's starting to show some wear. So I think it's time to see what we got here. So Works Connection, shout out to them for hooking it up with a new stand since it is long overdue. I don't think I've actually ever gotten a new stand at all in all of my riding. So this is kind of sick. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the bike on here. Yeah. What do you guys think? A little bit better, huh, than old blue? So shout out to Works Connection, setting it up with a Works looking stand. So I'm gonna go ahead and, if you guys want, leave in the comments. Maybe I'll ship this puppy out to someone special, huh? We got a lot of cool companies on the lineup. Man, that looks so much better. Nobody can make fun of me for my milk crate stand anymore. All right, so now onto the companies that are participating this year. One of them being Kreft Suspension. To be honest, I hadn't heard of these guys prior to this bike build. And the reason being is probably because I haven't had a WP AER fork set up yet. So word in the industry is that these guys know their stuff when it comes to air suspension and the air fork. And so I'm excited to see how much they change the characteristics of the bike, because stock, the bike is pretty good. And I've been impressed with both the shock and the fork, especially when it comes to the dampening and bottoming resistance on the fork. This thing has held up super well, and I've definitely had my share of cases and over clearing on the track. So I'm excited to see if they can smooth it out even more and just make it that much more plush. So if you haven't heard of them, check them out. So yeah, I'm kind of talking with Kreft a little bit. What makes them unique in this space especially, not only do they know air forks really well, but I guess they have an adjustable revalve, or you can actually adjust the valving of your fork externally, so you can do it on the fly, which is pretty cool. So that'll be fun to see just kind of how much it impacts the feel on different tracks when I go play on the trails, or if I go to the track, or we got like a fairground style track too, so we can try it out on different settings and see if it really is worth the money. So check it out. What you guys are all probably waiting for is, what is this bike gonna look like, right? So Artec, shout out to Artec. They've got some cool stuff. They're overseas and they've been importing into the US here for a little while now. They sent over some plastics, so we're gonna go ahead and give this thing a makeover, and it is going to look completely different in a matter of a couple days or maybe a week or so. And I'm curious to see what you guys think when she's all done and all overhauled. So we've got Artec plastics, top to bottom. Thrill Seekers, new seat cover company. It's been around for actually a little while, but they're really making a name for themselves now. And they were cool enough to send over a custom seat cover that's going to really set the bike off, and we'll see what that looks like. My graphics, as always, will be Fresh Moto. I've actually been running Fresh Moto for over a decade now, I think. It's crazy how fast time flies. But I actually never met the graphics guy, Chris, for probably 5 years when I was using him. And finally we ended up linking up, and he's an awesome dude. Give him a follow, check out his page, and if you need graphics made, hit him up. He's always been good to me, and he makes some really cool stuff. So if you followed my bikes in the past, those are all from Fresh Moto. Some more hard parts that are going on the bike. These are coming from Moto Stuff. If you guys haven't checked out their website, it's awesome. They've got pretty much all the glitz and glam, some sick bolt-on parts that you need for your bikes. And one of the things that they sent that I'm probably most excited about are these beautiful tie pegs. I don't know if you guys have seen the Titanium Pro pegs before. These things are sick. Super light. So that'll be kind of cool. Put those on there, get that little bit of that factory look on the bike. And the 280 mil oversized front brake kit. Gonna bolt right on, give us some more stopping power. And Boise coming through with some sick parts. Got a clutch cover, case cover, and a water pump cover. And also they threw in some carbon reeds, since if you're familiar with the KTMs, they seem to blow through reeds pretty quick. So these will be nice to put on the bike and just kind of ensure that I'm not gonna have any of those issues. And yeah, these things are all bolt-on, pretty sick stuff, super clean. From my experience, helps keep your case covers looking super sharp and not having any wear and tear on them. So if you're looking into updating the look of your bike or cleaning it up, Boysen's got some sick stuff for you. Lastly, what I have here is this Dango GoPro mount. This thing is awesome. I highly recommend swooping one of these up if you're running a GoPro or anything else that mounts with this kind of mounting mechanism. And basically, it's spring loaded, and I can clamp this to my helmet, put it on the front of the helmet there, and have a great POV shot. If you watch my videos on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, all these videos are shot with this new GoPro mount that I got from Moto Stuff. So you can pick this up on their website. I think they're like 49 bucks or something, but they're awesome. If you're out riding with buddies, you can literally just take it off your helmet, pop it on someone else's, and go back and forth. And if you watch my Boise Trails video at Blacks Creek, this is what everything was shot on between me and a couple of my buddies. So that's a quick overview of some of the things that are in so far that we're going to be putting on the bike. And again, thanks for the stand works. This thing will actually look like it fits with the new bike instead of running my old milk crate stand here. So kind of fun stuff. So yeah, stoked to see how this turns out. It's going to be fun. Tune into VitalMX.com for reviews on each one of these components as we install. I put them to the test. You get kind of a good idea of what an average Joe rider like myself thinks of the parts. For those of you that just tuning in, you know, I'm just kind of like your everyday rider. I grew up riding since I was, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years old. And I raced for a few years in Northern California area mostly, and went to college, so I stopped riding a little bit. And now after I graduated in 2009, kind of picked the sport back up as a hobby, and it's just been super fun. I haven't been racing, so I don't know if you'll see me behind any starting gates this year. We'll see. Maybe the 125 like Dream Race or something like that would be pretty cool to try to get into. But I like putting parts on the bike. I love making the bikes look cool or unique. And if you follow my Instagram, you'll see some of my projects in the past. Most popular is probably my 2002 CR250. Yeah, you can check that out. It actually came out pretty cool. The KTM this year, newer at least, and just trying to make this thing kind of tip-top shape, something that's going to be really fun. I had a 450 last year. Who knows what I'll be on next year. But this season I'm committed to making the 150 my favorite bike.